This is episode 72. So that means 28 more days until 100 episode. The countdown is getting closer to that one big episode that's coming up very soon and fast. And yeah, it's going to be great. So our guest today, she works in the corrections officers and she does the Torch Run Ontario. Welcome to the show, Lisa O'Brien.
Hey, Lozy. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. So what do you do with the law enforcement torch run?
Sure. Right now, Lozy, I am currently the Ontario Provincial Director for Law Enforcement Torch Run. As you may know, it's a 3-year elected term, and I am in my second year. So, there will be somebody coming in next year. But prior to that, I've been a volunteer with the Law Enforcement Torch Run for probably almost 30 years now. Ever since I started in corrections in 1992, as you said, here in London. I started at the Elgin Middlesex Detention Center, and quickly got involved in all of our local runs. So, with London Police Services and the OPP and the RCMP, as you know, Chris, London has a very well-connected law enforcement partner group. So it was easy to get involved at that stage. And I stayed involved locally at the local level for quite a number of years. And then around 2017, I went to my first final leg for opening provincial games, which you probably know how exciting those are, right? And that got me. I didn't realize there was a whole another exciting level provincially outside of London, Ontario. And so though after those provincial games, doing the final leg and running into the opening ceremonies, and spending time with all of the athletes and seeing how exciting it was for all of the athletes to have us be part of that and to allow us to be part of their special ceremony. It was a whole different ball game for me after that, Lozy. I attended more provincial games. I became a member of the operations committee, which is part of our governance structure in law enforcement torch run. And that enabled, even though we've had a lot of corrections LETR volunteers over the years, just having more involvement in the governance structure and at that level brought corrections involvement with our police partners to a whole different level that I'm happy to, be part of today. So fast forward to that, staying on the operations committee, continuing to go to provincial games and school games, a couple of international conferences, which are just amazing as well. Tons and tons of networking. I could probably go to any city in Ontario and know someone, whether it be an athlete or a law enforcement officer, that's involved in torch run in some way, shape, or form. So that's amazing. And then, in 2024, became the director for law enforcement torch run. And although, as you know, because we plunged together last month at the London Polar Plunge at Powerhouse, living in London, it's convenient for me to attend all of the local London events, etc., like the one that we just did in March. But it also enables me to, in my position, to travel to some other areas and be part of the local torch run activities and fundraising events that are going on in other areas. So that's in a nutshell, a long one, really how I've come to be to the position that I am with torch run. And it's an amazing part of my life, as it is for a lot of people. It's, with what we do on a day-to-day basis, as I'm sure many other officers have said to you, this is just, we have good days and bad days at work, but every day with torch run is a good day. So, we love, I love, and I know, all of my fellow volunteers and colleagues do love being part of it and love interacting with the athletes and being part of these programs and being part of something like this. So it's really amazing. I appreciate you inviting me to be on your podcast, Lozy, very much.
Thank you. So let's go back. your first provincial games was
Mhm.
2017,
Correct.
and you're about to run in to the arena or to wherever the opening ceremonies were. How was
Yep.
the excitement going through before going in there, knowing there's going to be over 3,000 athletes ready to see you guys running? How much excitement was that?
Sure. And you know what? I'll compare it to something. I'll compare my first one to, let's say, my second one, because the first one, to answer your question, very exciting, but the excitement was the unknown. I had absolutely no idea um, the extent of what I was running into. You know, to your point, the thousands of athletes in there. I knew that we were running, we were prepped up outside, we did our final leg, and I knew that we were running into the arena. I believe, I hope I'm not wrong on this, I believe it might have been Peterborough in 17, but someone will correct me, I'm sure, if I'm wrong. But yeah, I knew that we were running in. I knew all the athletes were going to be, in chairs, etc., on the arena floor, and that we were instructed to do a lap around, right? And high five everybody that we could on the way by. So that in itself, to answer your question, Chris, that in itself was really exciting because I was like, okay, here we go. This is going to be great. I had no idea. I had no idea until I actually got into the arena, started running the lap, saw all of the athletes standing, everybody reaching their hand out, not wanting to miss a high five from any of the runners going by. It was crazy. It was very emotional too, but it was just like in a good way, and it was crazy. So when I say I'm going to compare it, by the time I went the following year to my next provincial games, I knew what to anticipate, and that excitement was even more because it wasn't the unknown. Now I knew how good it was going to be when I ran in there. I knew what to expect, and although everyone is a little bit different, it's just as you know, it's just it's loud, it's exciting. Everyone's there for the same purpose. Everybody wants to like acknowledge one another. The athletes are there, the runners are coming in, like I said, high-fiving each other. And when we line up after running in, the cauldron is lit and the games are declared open. That rush and just that feeling of excitement, even though I'm not part of playing in the games, right, which is crazy. So I can only imagine how the athletes feel. They're watching this and they're going on to the next step of playing in the games. And although we'll stick around to watch them for the next day or so, um, I'm sure my excitement is only half of what the athletes' excitement is. So yeah, that first one, Chris, was super exciting. But then going forward, and even now, we've got the school games in London in May, as you know, right? And
Yep.
um, I, I'm very, very excited for it, but I also know a little bit of what to expect. But I know there's going to be something about that opening ceremonies. There's something about that final leg that's going to be different than any other one that we do. But they are all absolutely amazing experiences, and I encourage anybody, and I have for this one in London, to come out and do a final leg and run into the opening ceremonies because um, no matter what kind of involvement you have with Torch Run, if you haven't done that, you're missing out. So I'm really looking forward to next month for sure in a couple weeks.
Yeah, that's gonna be exciting having the high school provincial championships here in London for the first
Mhm.
time. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
looking forward for sure.
what do you do? How did when you started in corrections? What did you start first there?
Sure. Yeah. No, I started my career, Chris, as a correctional officer. So I worked the floor, I worked the front line, I worked the units. I did a lot of different things at that time, at the Elgin Middlesex Detention Center in London here. At that time, there were male inmates, female inmates, and we actually still had young offenders at the time. So I was able to work, with all three groups of individuals. And then from there, I started moving through the ranks a little bit, and I became a manager or a lieutenant at the time at EMDC. And then I moved on into some other things. I worked at a couple of other different jails. And then I came to our regional office, and now I work in our corporate office, or labor relations office. So doing for the province. So I'm a provincial resource now. And I know Derek mentioned it in March when we were plunging, but I'm retiring in 2 months and 7 days. So so looking forward to that. I've had an amazing career, a good career. My career also introduced me to Torch Run. And obviously I've had people ask me if I'm going to continue with Torch Run after my retirement, and 100% yes. And hopefully we'll have even more time, right? To
Yeah.
still do so, and network and do that. So yeah, although I am ending, coming near the end of a long career, I'm very much looking forward to continuing with Torch Run as well.
Have you ever thought of being a volunteer coach somewhere with in a sport with Special Olympics?
You know what, Chris? I honestly have, and probably more recently because of my upcoming retirement, have been thinking about it. It's funny you mentioned that, because I just saw something the other day on the Special Olympics site, and thought, wow, I might actually have time to commit to something like that, because I've known, with my career, and I'm on the road a lot. It's really hard. I don't want to make a commitment to people who rely on you as a volunteer and as a coach, when I can't make that full commitment. But it's ironic that you mentioned that, because it is something that I have been thinking might be potentially something for me to look at in my retirement when I have more time. So thank you for replanting that seed for me.
You're welcome.
Yeah, yeah.
So, wait, how did you get involved with the torch run? There's different. I know there's like other guests that came from the law enforcement told how they got somebody invited them and they just wanted to check it out. Like how
Yeah.
did you get involved?
Yeah, no, that's a great question, Chris. So when I was working at EMDC as a correctional officer, we had a specialized team of people, and it was kind of like our emergency responses team, different than policing, but we have an emergency responses team inside the institution. And I was part of that group. And as part of that, somebody on the team must have had a connection with London Police Services. So when the final leg was happening in London, I know the route has changed several times over the year, but we would always end up ending our run at London Police Services, who's always had a very supportive chief of police, as you know. Even though it's changed, there's always been supportive chiefs. But long story longer, that individual, whoever it was at Liaise, said to our team, let's do this run with London Police. And I think the OPP and our CMP were involved at that time. So that was my first one. And I'm going to say that would probably be around 1998, maybe. And I remember we were standing as a group, ready to run and all our running stuff, standing as a group on Exeter Road, which is where the MTO and the jail is there.
Yeah.
And wherever the group had started out, they might have started out at one of the OPP detachments, but they came along Exeter Road. We joined in the run. And then we continued from there and stopped a couple of other places. And then, if I remember, running down Wellington Road, because we wanted to go um, the, to Dundas Street to turn right and then go to the police station. What was really cool was along that way, as we got closer to Dundas, it might have been around the Boys and Girls Club, but we stopped and had a bit of a break, and some athletes joined us there. So our run down Dundas Street, then we had local London athletes leading the pack and running with us, until we got to London Police Services. And at that time, um, whether it was that run or one after, the chief of police was Murray Faulkner, who had been around for a long time. And I remember him coming out and speaking, and us joining there, and then the run had ended there, and we got together at Cuffs and had some networking and something to eat and probably a couple of drinks maybe, but that right sometimes, but that was what I remember from my very first run, and it was, to your point, it was an individual who was obviously already involved locally at the jail with Torch Run, that had our team start, and from then we continued to do, like I said earlier, those local runs, until I realized that, hey, there's more outside of London to do. So that was my very first initial involvement and run. And yes, it was from somebody else connecting me for sure.
Yeah, with all the changes into the routes with the torch run here in London, now we run into the Labatt Park now before the baseball game on Canada Day, and that's when
Yeah.
I started. When I
Okay.
did my first torch run, was going into that stadium with half the city there. That was great, great,
Very cool.
amazing there. Yeah,
Yeah. I did that run, Chris. The July 1st one, I'm going to say 3 or 4 years ago. And yes, big difference from the one, good. The other one was good, but difference in the way that, to your point, you're running into like half the city, as you said, right, is there in the stands ready to watch the ball game. And what a great event, what a great opportunity, get to run into that, still have that same experience with the athletes, still get the cheers and the high fives and the accolades and everything, but then get to stay and watch the game, right?
yeah,
So looking for, are you running this year, July
yes, yeah,
1st?
yep.
Awesome. I'll see you there.
And it would be my daughter's second time running with us as well. She just started her sports last
Very,
year. Oh,
very
sorry,
cool.
3 times. 3 times. This will be her third
This will
time
be her
running
third
in.
run.
Yeah,
Amazing.
she
And she
she
loves it.
started. Yeah, yeah. She plays the floorball with the C team, and she did the youth bowling. So
That's amazing.
yeah,
How old is your daughter, Chris?
she's gonna be 13 in August.
Amazing. Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
Hopefully I'll get to meet her July 1st. Yeah.
yeah.
I've got to polish up on my running for sure, but I will be there.
Yeah, I like doing these things, especially that one. But my favorite one is the polar plunge. That this year was my eighth time jumping, eighth year in a
Wow.
row. Yeah,
Wow. Wow. How do you like the new location?
I like it. I like it.
Me
The
too.
very first time I jumped, it was in the middle of March, and it was at Victoria Park,
I remember that.
and
I think that was,
the weather was 15 degrees outside, and it was nice.
yeah. I think that was on St. Patrick's Day, wasn't it?
I
Did
think
it fall
so.
on St. Patrick's? Yeah, I remember
I
that one.
think
And
so
that might have,
because it was odd too because they had the skating rink still going, so people were
yeah,
skating around as we're jumping in this blue sky,
yes,
15 degrees outside weather.
yes. I do remember that one, Lozy. Yeah, I do. I don't know that I plunged that year, but I was there. And to your point, yeah, the skating rink was going on, the jump was going on. I think that was 2017 as well.
Yeah,
But yeah, I do remember. I forgot about the Victoria Park jumps. You're absolutely right. So that was your first one, eh?
yeah, and then it
Yeah,
went on from there. The
yeah.
worst one I
Well, you got
had, the worst jump
worse.
I, I did was at Fanshawe,
Hmm.
and it was like minus 15, snowstorm, and at night.
Big difference. Big difference than that 15-degree Victoria Park one,
Yeah,
isn't it?
and I think they had to
Yeah.
stop. We had to stop a few times because it was just starting to crystal ice on top of
On top of
the
the
walk.
pool.
Yeah, so they had to clean that out, and oh yeah, and there was a
If that had
snow.
been your first plunge, would you have come back?
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'll do it again.
Cool.
Yeah, but it was like snow blowing out. Oh yeah, it was like a blizzard out there that night.
That's crazy. That's the one thing about, London. I know we always seem to be around the March date. To your point, it can be sunshine or it can be blizzardy. Look at the weather we had this year, Lozy. It was mild, but it was cold. And then remember it poured rain. But I think you and
It's
I had just jumped. We were first to jump and we just
yeah,
finished. And when I was in one of those little buildings changing, I could hear the downpour of rain coming down, right?
yeah.
But we were already
It,
wet, so who cares?
I think it just started to rain before our jump, just lightly,
Yeah,
and then the
yeah,
rest of the night I just downpoured on everybody.
it poured. So yeah, the weather is always you never know what kind of weather you're going to get, but there were a lot of people stuck around right through to the end, right? And watched all of our plungers. And I saw somewhere, I don't know if you saw this, but I think somebody might have posted it on one of our chats, but I think this year London, we had a record for the number of plungers. I'm gonna have
Oh,
to look it up so that I'm not inaccurate. Yeah, but I think it was a record year for London for plungers, and which is amazing. And like we said, it was weird. Yeah, third place. Okay, I just found it, Lozy. Um, third London came in third place in polar plunges for the province with 271 plungers that day.
wow.
So that's pretty amazing considering I think all our plungers stuck around, but considering how the weather changed, yeah. Um, so London was third place for all of our for number of plungers and fourth place for funds raised in all of Ontario. London
That
was.
was that was that was also a record for London to make
It
that
was.
the raising money
Yes, it
for
was
that. Over $63,000 was raised for just London
amazing.
alone.
Yep. Yep. Isn't that amazing? And yeah, that's great, and we were part of that. It gets bigger and better every year, right? And I think as you said earlier, the change in the weather doesn't deter people. It could be freezing and snowing or the sun shining, and we're still going to have over 250 people plunging and the audience, out there. And I think the location that we have now at Powerhouse Brewery, right behind Kellogg's, there,
Yeah,
it's I think it draws more folks out because it's a public place where people can go inside and have something to eat or drink, during or after. But it seems to really be a good location for us, don't you think?
yeah, yeah, and
Yeah,
yeah, it's and I hope more years to come it stays there because it does draw more people to come out, more people to sign up and help raise money and
I think so. Yeah.
yeah,
Some good challenges too. Some good challenges, right? Like I know the the Hard Rock Cafe or the Hard Rock Hotel in Ottawa challenged the Hard Rock Hotel in London, right? So remember were you still there when they came out in their robes, the Hard Rock robes, and they jumped in, and so they had their own little internal challenge going on, but of course it all attributed to the London plunge for us, right?
yeah,
Yeah, it's amazing. I was just looking to see because I do believe, I don't want to speak out of turn, but I do believe we still have a few plunges left, maybe, or we might just be finishing up. Final numbers aren't here, but we know that we surpassed our $1 million goal weeks ago, which is amazing. So just to your point
yeah,
of London breaking a record, we're all very interested and excited to see if um, Ontario's totals that we broke another record, hopefully.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So the
that's
plunge is your
crazy.
favorite, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because it helps. I like helping out like that to fundraise for Special Olympics. Make you know, yeah,
Yeah. Do you know what did you have a page this year? Did you have your own fundraising page, Lozy?
yes, yes,
Did you? Do
yes.
you
I
do you
did.
remember how much you raised? Did you
I
raise
just I did $830.
amazing?
Yeah,
Amazing. And that's on your single page on your own.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's 63,000 or that you mentioned earlier, 840 of that is Losey's, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's very cool. Very cool. But yeah, every contribution, every dollar, every $800, right? It all adds to it, across the province. But that's great. It's become, you say, yeah, it's your favorite. It's one of my favorites too. But it's definitely become our largest LETR fundraising event, right? And a lot of work goes into it, but a lot of success comes out of it too, right?
Yep.
Very cool.
And I
Yeah,
like going
exciting.
to the Costco days. We go to Costco
Oh,
and do the tuning
yeah,
bucket at Costco.
that's right. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's a fun one as well. Draws a lot of attention on a Saturday. We all know how busy Costco is. So yeah, you like those toonie tolls, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Very cool. What else? What other events stand out to you besides the July 1st run and the plunges that we do?
That's basically it. Because some of them are
Yeah,
out of some of the torch runs events that I would like to attend someday. They're always out in like
yeah,
Aurelia and Toronto and stuff.
yeah.
So
You're right.
yeah,
You are right. You are correct there. Yeah, we've got the OPP has their the Guardians run in Aurelia in the fall, and yeah, you're right. We do have a lot in London, but you're absolutely right. There are some things that are a little too not within walking distance, right, Losey?
no,
Yeah. So but that's cool. Um yeah, right now I know we're not just going back to that, to your point of our $50,000 goal in London for the plunge, and I know last year I believe was around 57. I think you said this. Our goal, we exceeded it. Right now on the website it says $65,000, $65,057.
yeah. The last time I
Amazing.
checked,
We got to hit
the,
70.
the last time I checked it, it was at 53,000, 63,000.
That's
So
So
it
still
went
money
up.
came in after that. That's
Yeah,
great, isn't it?
yeah,
That's
that is
great.
awesome.
Yeah, and not done yet. So I say I'm gonna put this out there. $65,057. But London will do 70,000 next year. What do you think?
I believe so. I think
I
I
believe
think
so
we can
too.
get if we get it
Yeah.
out early enough. I think we will get more businesses and stuff like that to be part of it, and I think we can do it.
I think so too, Chris. Maybe we can talk next year, but maybe we do a joint fundraising page, you and I together, if we're going to jump, and then maybe, collectively with the funds you raise and I raise, we can raise maybe a couple $1,000s.
I'm in. I'll do it.
You're in?
I'm
Okay,
in.
cool.
Yeah.
We'll keep that in mind for next year's plunge. I think we could do it. You and
Yeah.
I can both we can both fundraise, and we'll put our page, we'll register together, and then we'll see how much we can raise as a team.
I'm in.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Look forward. Don't look forward to the jumping in the cold water, but I look forward to the excitement leading up to it and seeing what we can
Yes.
do, Chris. Yeah,
Yep.
because it
Yep.
was
I'm.
cool.
I know.
That's
Even with the
cool.
monkey outside, even with it was still like I think in the high 13 or 12 outside and a bit muggy.
Yeah,
The water was still cold.
it was very cool. And you know what? It doesn't matter. I think you'll probably even say this about your Victoria Park plunge. The sun was shining, but I bet you that water was still freezing.
Oh, it was still cold. I like
Yeah.
doing the jumps and stuff, but what
Yep.
I don't like is that shock that you feel right when you hit the water. Because
Yep.
you're like, why is it still here when it's nice outside? But it was, yeah, I don't like that shock. The
It's a
first
shock.
shock.
That's the perfect way to put it. Even though we know what to expect now, it is still so shocking to the system, and we can't get up that ladder fast enough, right?
Yeah, I think I
Yeah,
was.
but we still do.
I think I jumped with the torch in my hand.
You
And when I
did.
hit the
Yep, you held the torch.
yeah, and when the guy in the safety guy in the water's like, just give me the torch. I think I just like threw it at him instead of just handing it like, here, you take that, and I'm out of here. Get me out of
Did
here.
you? That's yeah, because you need your hands to swim out of there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like,
How did I pull that off? How did I get you to hold the torch?
I have no
Next year maybe you
idea.
should make me hold it. I don't know, but I have a feeling you're gonna pay me back next year and have me hold on to it, right? Or we
But
both hold
yeah.
on to it and you let go midair. Yeah. I was just looking through the site too, Losey, because I said about the plunges, and it looks like we have had our last provincial plunge. It looks like April 10th was in Belleville. So yeah, we're just waiting for those final numbers to see how much we smashed our $1 million goal. So we'll stay tuned for that, right?
Yep. And
Yep.
I
And
think
now
when
we got
London did theirs, there was like 20. You had to go to like 24 other jumps to do.
yes, you're absolutely right. There were a lot scheduled in March and early April up to April 10th. You're absolutely right. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what that is for sure. Yeah, it was. I know it was a smashing year. That it was a great year, like they always are, and gives us a goal to look forward to for next year. And now we have a coordinated fundraising plan together, and let's do this, right? But
Yep.
the plunge definitely, Chris, very exciting, very well well publicized, well attended fundraising event, and a huge part of the law enforcement torch run, as you know, as you said earlier. So it's great, minus the shock of the water. That's the only bad thing, right? Out of
Yeah.
all of it. Yeah. But yeah, very cool. Was I going to ask you? Oh, you said what was the coldest plunge that you had? I think you said that already. There was the
Fan
one where it
shot.
was
A
freezing
fan
over.
shot.
Fan
It
shot.
was about my between -10 and -15 that night.
Wow. And it was
Snowstorm,
snowing, right?
snowstorm, and yeah, oh yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. My coldest plunge, and it wasn't my first, but it was one year we had the kickoff conference in Niagara Falls. And so as part of that, those of us that had attended the kickoff conference, so it was in February, um, and they set the bin up on the piece of land that's across the road, but like right in front of the falls. So in February, I don't know if you've been there in the winter, Losey, but the mist and the cold just comes off the falls, and it is
Oh yes.
freezing there. It's freezing. So that one I plunged at, I can't remember what year it was several years ago, but it didn't matter how dried off you got, how many layers of clothing you put on, how many coffees or hot chocolates you drank. That chill stayed in my bones for like 2 days. That that was my coldest plunge. So then to go back to London the following year and jump, even though it was that frigid, shocking cold, still it was nothing like that cold coming off of Niagara Falls. That was crazy cold in February.
I
So if
know.
there's ever something you don't want to do, what's that?
Even when you drive through like past the falls in
Yes,
that time of winter with the mist hitting your car, it turns to ice like instantly.
you got it.
Doesn't
So
doesn't
yeah, you
matter.
nailed it. That's exactly. So that was probably what it was doing to our bodies as we stepped out of the freezing cold weather and walked across the grass to the change room. We're getting that like you get on your car, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a cold one for sure. That was my coldest for sure. Yeah. I will take the London plunge in March at Powerhouse Brewery any day over that.
Yep. I would too.
With you as my partner, buddy. Yeah.
Yep. We will do that next year.
That's amazing. I can't wait. Very cool. What teams are in? Do you play sports, Chris?
Yeah, I do. I do baseball
Yep,
with
I love baseball.
the top division there in our B group.
Amazing.
Floorball.
Yep.
The floorball we do in the B division as well, and then
Okay.
I do golf.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So you got something for all seasons, really.
Yeah. Yep.
Floorball being inside, and then your baseball and your golf outside, right?
Yep.
Very cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
exciting.
Floorball
Yeah.
is a new sport that took over the ringette floor hockey.
Oh,
So,
okay. Okay.
yeah, we did. I did
Nice.
that for 20 years. Over 20 years, I played the ringette floor hockey.
Wow. Wow. Do you
Yeah.
like floorball just as much as the ringette hockey,
Much
or is it
better. Much better.
you
Better.
like it better? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Very cool. Well, maybe like I said with my, I'm gonna have some more spare time on my hands this summer, which I'm looking forward to. So, I'm hoping I can get out to even more local events that are going on in London, right? More of the sporting events. So, that would be nice for sure.
Yeah.
Besides your sports, do you have any big plans for the summer?
No.
No,
No.
just looking forward to the warmer weather. It's been nice this week, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Mother Nature changes her mind very quickly too, doesn't she?
I know. Like the other day, it was nice, and then down to -5 again for two
No, did you
days. And
see
then,
snow on Sunday? Did you see snow on
yeah,
Sunday?
I saw
I
snow
did.
on Sunday.
Yep, me too. Me too. I did not like it. No. And then yesterday and today are beautiful, right? But
Yeah,
we shall see. I think we're gonna just jump right into summer, Losey.
I
Not have a
hope
spring
so.
again. Yeah, me too. Me too. More predictable weather, right? Get out and
Yeah,
play your outdoor sports, get our local runs going, get our July 1st run, going in London here, and the games, I'm skipping over that. The games in May. Do you think you'll be able to watch any of the
oh
school
yeah,
games, or is that yeah?
I'll be going to one of the days to watch. And
Awesome.
yeah.
Awesome. Very cool. Yeah, that'll be good. I know yeah, it's the Tuesday and Wednesday, right? The 26th and 27th. So, yeah, we'll probably see you there. I'm going to be there for both days, so looking forward to that as well.
Yep,
Yeah. Lots going on here.
it is.
Mhm.
And if you have anything else,
No, this has been great, Chris. I really do appreciate it. It's been nice having a nice long chat with you, and like I said, I very much appreciate you inviting me to be part of your podcast, to be a guest. I love it. We got to chat about a lot of good things, and we got to make some plans for next
yep.
year. And I'm looking forward to this. We'll get a really good early start on it, Losey. As soon as registration opens, we'll chat and we'll get going on that. Set some
Yeah,
records.
I'll be looking forward to that.
Awesome. Awesome. No, I am good. Do you have anything else for me, buddy?
Nope, that's all.
Amazing. Okay,
All
well
right.
you have the best rest of your day, and thank you for your patience with me with my IT difficulties this morning,
You're
but
welcome.
we
All right.
got there, and it worked out. And yeah, thanks again, Losey, very much for having me.
You're welcome. Oh, don't hang up yet. I gotta close it
Okay.
down.
Okay.
Folks, another great episode today. And look out, 2027 comes. Look for our registration page. Lisa and Losey's Polar Plunge registration page will be coming, and help us break some more records for the London Polar Plunge, as Losey and Lisa will team up for next year's Polar Plunge. Until next week,
Yeah.
be kind, be safe. See you later.